We see a bloody hand pushing against the floor. A man struggles to stand, facing a massive figure in front of him. This figure exudes an ominous aura. Sharp wings, a massive sword, pointed ears and horns, clad in a noble uniform. Text appears. God is dead. Humanity worshipped gold and revered arcane engineering, until finally they turned themselves into slaves. The man grits his teeth, grasping his sword. "How is this fair?" he asks. The figure in front of him draws his massive aura sword. Again, he wonders, how does this make sense? And charges forward. As he screams with all his might, a massive flash erupts, an explosion erasing part of the city. Text appears. The best apocalyptic modern fantasy game, Arcane Soul. Cut to a man playing on his phone, screaming, "Fucking garbage pay-to-win game!" This is Joon-Soo, a 22-year-old college student. His character is getting wrecked in the game. How the hell is this fair? How is a poor F2P like me supposed to enjoy this game? His character lies on the ground, confused. The enemy, that same towering figure, speaks. "Lol, you did decent for an F2P, but sucks to be you. I was literally on auto mode the entire time." He laughs, a devilish smile on his face. His username appears, Rich Heavily Demon Chan. Joon-Soo screams in his head, "You fuck!" The other character adds, "But it was fun. I've never seen a free-to-play do so well." Joon-Soo mutters angrily, "How is it fair losing to a whale, even after spending 10,000 hours on this game? And how is this a game? It's literally gambling with OP characters." He sighs. "I guess I'm the idiot for wasting time on this dog-shit game." Despite his frustration, he continues his daily tasks in the game. "Even so, my free pull will probably just give me another Warrior Kim." Suddenly, he sees his phone glow. A platinum chest appears. Shocked, he reads the pop-up. SSR Heavenly Demon. What the fuck? Did I actually just pull the Heavenly Demon? Holy shit. This is the literal best character in the game. He's heard the odds of a free pull like this is something like 0.00006%. Excited, he shouts, "Let's go! I got Heavenly Demon, yo! Got it! For real, for real!" He decides to raise the Heavenly Demon using his Warrior Kims. Farming is the fastest way to level characters in Arcane Soul, using already raised characters as EXP fodder. No longer jealous of the whales, he begins transferring all his characters into the Heavenly Demon. Its EXP rises, and a grin spreads across his face. "I am a Heavenly Demon owner now." He steps into the street, phone in hand, but hears a noise. Confused, he looks right. A truck is barreling toward him. The driver's head is down. Joon-Soo drops his phone, thinking, "Isn't this familiar?" His eyes snap open. He's on a bed, wearing hospital clothing, a cast on his right leg. Pain strikes his head. "Oh, right, I got hit by a truck." A nurse enters, addressing him as Warrior Kim. Confused, he checks his name tag. Name, Warrior Kim. Sex/age M, 22. Cause, dislocation and concussion due to an accident. He mutters, "I did feel guilty about dusting my Warrior Kims for the Heavenly Demon, but becoming a Warrior Kim? How is that even possible?" He puts his foot down and screams in pain, forgetting about his broken leg. The nurse rushes in. "Warrior Kim, you can't move yet." He cries out, "Oh fuck, it hurts so much. I'm going to fucking die." The doctor enters. "You were lucky to get off lightly. Hit by a truck, yes, but we need MRI and magical vision tests." Magic? He wonders. What? Later, he stands at the hospital front desk as the nurse calculates the fees. 22,370,569 Kiron wons. What? 4 days? 22 million? He has no insurance. Wait, I should have national health insurance being Korean. The nurse is confused. Do you not have Legion insurance? Magic Tower insurance? Legion, Megacorp, Magic Tower, Holy Order, he thinks. These are the 4 factions dominating Seoul, Arcane Soul. He now realizes, this is a world abandoned by God, with arcane science rampant, a polluted earth, monsters everywhere, and humans modifying their bodies to survive. Standing outside the hospital, he screams, "Fuck that! I just entered this hell. I went to sleep happy, got the heavenly demon, and now I'm a tutorial character? Maybe divine punishment for dusting those warrior Kims." He enters his room, smaller than his old apartment. Fuck. My body's weak. I have no money. What do I do? He knows Arcane Soul will unleash nuclear wars, dimensional rifts, or the revival of gods soon. Staying put means death. Determined, he sits up, clicks a pen, and stabs his hand, screaming. Blood spills, but a green aura enters the wound, healing it. I knew it would work. A screen appears. Traits obtained. Wound recovery. He realizes the reason he raised countless warrior Kims is that warrior Kim is a free tutorial character. Traits can now be unlocked and swapped freely. For a strategist like him, this is better than high-rarity characters. Scenery shifts. The tightly packed buildings on a hill. In this world, you die if poor, powerless, or unlucky. But not me. I have 10,000 hours of knowledge as a free-to-play player. He steps out of the inn, devilishly grinning. With Warrior Kim's body, I will succeed. We see a building with a sign that reads Player Personnel. A man with a cigarette in his mouth speaks. Warrior Kim. This is your first time at our Player Personnel office? Joon-Soo states that yes, he plans to join the mana purification business. He thinks to himself that he needs to earn money first. For a crappy gacha game like this, all he has is his damn body. This is the only way he can make big money. Suddenly, the man slams his feet on the table, leaning back in his office chair with his legs crossed. It may be called mana purification, but do you understand what dungeon clearing really entails? We see the nameplate on his desk. Player Personnel Director Joon-Soo. Joon-Soo looks down, scratching the back of his head nervously. Oh yes, I'm aware. The man laughs, wanting to clarify if Joon-Soo really does know, since nothing on his resume indicates it. Joon-Soo smiles and nervously thinks to himself, of course I know how the crappy system works. Cut to another scene. A stadium pours out black, ominous energy, contaminated mana. Monsters have taken over Arcane Soul. Dungeon clearing is the act of cleaning up this trash that emits massive amounts of contaminated mana. Extended exposure can result in death. We see a man shoveling the contaminated mana, veins bulging as he starts to mutate into a ravenous beast. Suddenly, an immense aura explodes from his body. This is the result of contaminated mana, causing dangerous mutations. Joon-Soo frowns. The man finally relents. All right, fine. Once we have enough people, I'll assign you to a team. Joon-Soo thanks him, but the man clarifies. Are you really sure you want to do this? I've seen plenty like you enter for the money and come back empty inside. Turning around, he smiles devilishly. Don't worry, I'll probably be better than you. Joon-Soo is confused. He thinks to himself that working his ass off as a free-to-play player is right up his alley. After all, as Warrior Kim, he has 10,000 hours of Arcane Soul playtime. Joon-Soo meets his labor leader, a man who is half deer, half human. What? You're the shitty newbie joining our team? Oh yeah, I guess so, Joon-Soo responds. He had just been assigned to this team. The man grabs his shirt angrily. Does this look like a playground? I need to see determination, and I don't see any in your eyes. Better not beg to be saved after you mutate. If I see even a hint of mutation, I'll kill you. Joon-Soo, expressionless, calmly says, I'll keep it in mind. He thinks to himself that trying to scare the newbie is just like in his reality. This world isn't different from real life after all. He wonders why there's an R-rank character deer here. Just then, another man comes running. There's no need for the deer to intimidate a newbie. We're short on personnel. We need all the help we can get. This man is half hedgehog, with 5 years of dungeon cleaning experience. The deer says, if he doesn't help, He'd be a nuisance to the whole team. He walks away. We have exactly 4 days to clean 5 contaminated locations. Hurry up. Joon-Soo thinks, that bastard's a lot harsher than in the game. The hedgehog adds, don't be too bothered. He's rough on the outside, but he's a nice guy. All right, okay, Joon-Soo says. The team prepares to enter a massive gate leaking black energy and sludge. A sign above reads, Metropolitan No. 1 Landfill. The people from the team complain, something's rotten. I'll never get used to this rancid smell. The deer opens the door with his card. Everyone, get into your positions. Green slimes descend from the trash piles, the low-rank monster-contaminated slimes. They're weak but difficult to kill. Their mana core, hidden inside, must be destroyed. The slimes approach. The deer screams, find their mana cores! Damn it! How are we supposed to find them? We'll be exposed to contaminated mana if this drags on. Joon-Soo runs toward the team under attack. One man screams for him to stay back. Joon-Soo leaps into the air with a shovel in hand. Landing on top of the man, he crushes the slime precisely on its core, missing the man. A massive explosion sends slime flying everywhere. Perfect. Why don't I get warmed up? Joon-Soo thinks, smiling. He sprints, attacking multiple slimes at once, expertly splitting their cores. The team, in confusion, whispers, what the hell? He's killing all the slimes in one strike. Unbelievable. Joon-Soo thinks, of course it's possible. Cut back 2 days ago. Joon-Soo crawls on the floor thinking, where is it? We see a playground. A child notices something strange, but the mother drags him away. Oh, I found it, Joon-Soo exclaims, finding a silver coin marked 500. A system window pops up. Traits acquired. You have obtained the trait Treasure Hunt. Yes, he shouts, the most important trait for Warrior Kim. Treasure Hunt. He dances, laughing. 50 won. I finally found 500 won. I finally did it. The mother covers her child's eyes. Oh my, hurry up and close your eyes before anything else happens. Before the contamination cleaning, Joon-Soo learned a couple of important rules while gathering traits. He vomits into a trash bin. A system window pops up. Trait acquired. Contamination resistance. He thinks, ugh, this is one of the hardest. Traits work the same as the game, as long as you meet certain conditions. I earned these with my blood, sweat, and tears. He notes, you can have 6 traits and switch freely between them. A system window pops up. Trait activated. Treasure Hunt. You can find your opponent's weakness. Thanks to this, I can see the mana cores with ease. Cut back to contamination clearing. He drives his shovel into a massive slime. The slime explodes, green sludge flying everywhere. The team quickly shields themselves. The deer warns, be careful not to get hit by the slime. Joon-Soo walks back, covered head to toe in slime, sighing with satisfaction. Looks like my hard work is paying off. Warrior Kim's labor specialty is amazing. A system window pops up. Trait activated. Contamination resistance. You gain resistance against contaminated mana. Night falls. Joon-Soo rides a bus home, thinking that even with traits, the work is exhausting. The hedgehog approaches. Thanks to you, we can all go home early. Joon-Soo looks up. It's nothing like that. I just know how to use a shovel thanks to my military experience. Joon-Soo looks at the hedgehog, noticing his mutation worsening, horns sprouting on his forehead. Joon-Soo tells him he should take a break tomorrow, but he responds, no, I'd rather mutate than face my debt collectors. Joon-Soo sighs, realizing why so few take this job. 4 days later, the sky clears. Joon-Soo surveys the cleared area. Phew, finally done. Everyone else looks exhausted, some holding their heads in pain, others vomiting. The hedgehog struggles more than before, making strange noises. Joon-Soo thinks, I told him not to push himself too hard. The deer approaches. Joon-Soo, you look ready to go. Must be your youth giving you resistance. Thanks to everyone, we got this cleared quickly, Joon-Soo says with a slight laugh. Inside, he knows it's the new traits that made the work feel easy. The deer, an R rank, also performed well, but he mutters, "Phew, I'm hella tired." The hedgehog worsens, growling, spikes protruding from all over his body. The deer rushes over. "Hedgehog, what's happening? Stay awake!" It's too late. A massive explosion of energy surges across the area. The hedgehog has mutated, a towering monster in front of Joon-Soo, teeth sharp, spikes protruding, sanity lost. Damn it! If we don't defeat him, we can't get out, Joon-Soo thinks. He looks at all his traits. All of them are specialized for monster cleaning, not combat. He mutters, "We are screwed." The hedgehog now towers over Joon-Soo. No matter how I look at this, I'm fucked, he thinks. Clenching his teeth and gripping his shovel tightly, he tries to block the hedgehog's attack, but fails and is sent flying backward. Joon-Soo screams in pain, realizing the power difference is too great and that he might die at this rate. At that moment, a system window pops up. Obtained endurance. You have obtained a trait. Joon-Soo is surprised. Traits? That's right, I have traits. It's still way too early to give up, he tells himself. To survive, he must figure out how to defeat the hedgehog. Firstly, he organizes his traits. Strength will amplify his power. Mana Heart helps him control his mana. Endurance reduces damage taken. Mana Absorption allows him to absorb mana. Deep Respiration grants higher mana regeneration. Corruption Resistance protects against contamination. With all the basics in place, he screams, "Come at me, you bastard!" The hedgehog charges with a roar. Joon-Soo activates strength, amplifying his power tenfold, and charges forward as well. He smacks the hedgehog with his shovel, sending it flying backward. Nice, it's working, he thinks. I can do this. But mid-air, the hedgehog spins like Sonic, regaining balance and lessening the blow from its fall. Shocked, Joon-Soo yells, "For fuck's sake!" As the hedgehog lands, debris flies everywhere, and it stands tall, enraged. Joon-Soo wastes no time. Leaping into the air, he activates endurance, amplifying his defense tenfold. Even with endurance, this still hurts like hell, he thinks. He lands a flurry of attacks with his fists, but the hedgehog's spikes bend harmlessly, leaving no real damage. Then the hedgehog shoots spikes at him, piercing his body and sending him flying. Lying on the ground, he mutters, "No, just a little more." He gets up and attacks again, but blood splatters as his arm is mangled and spikes pierce his body. Confused, he realizes the hedgehog has pointed all spikes forward, tearing him apart with every attack that Joon-Soo makes. The hedgehog grabs its fists and smashes down on him. I can't win with a warrior Kim, he thinks. Debris flies everywhere as the hedgehog strikes. Flashback. Joon-Soo lying on his bed, playing the game on his phone. Come at me, I'll defeat you all with just warrior Kim. Back then, it was easy. One click to hunt monsters. He never considered how the character would feel, pushing them to extremes under the guise of efficiency. Back to the present. Joon-Soo realizes that obtaining even a mediocre trait requires immense suffering. He catches the fists from the hedgehog. He then attacks the hedgehog again, aiming for its face, knocking it back. No way, he thinks. A system window pops up. Trait activated. Mutant muscle. This punch sends the hedgehog flying with more force than before. He had built up for this very moment by activating Mana Heart and Strength to surpass limits and gain this new trait. The hedgehog attacks again, but Joon-Soo is ready. Laughing, he taunts, "That does not work anymore. Hit me, I dare you." The hedgehog shifts its spikes to its fists, punching Joon-Soo and putting holes through his body. Shocked, he thinks, crazy, he wasn't even using full strength yet. Another system window pops up. Obtained, mutant body. Joon-Soo gets up saying, "Thanks, I've grown further thanks to you." Now on equal footing, he wrestles the hedgehog hand to hand. Now we're on the same level, he thinks. The deer captain lies groggy, staring up. What the hell is going on? He wonders. Seeing Joon-Soo with a massive mutant body, he exclaims, "Warrior Kim! What is he? A superhuman? He can fight on equal footing against a mutant." Joon-Soo and the hedgehog knock each other back. It's not easy, Joon-Soo thinks. His size is similar to the hedgehog, but he's still at a severe disadvantage. The mutant hedgehog roars viscerally. Joon-Soo deletes contamination resistance. I have to believe in myself, he thinks. His body begins to mutate, growing larger from the contamination from the hedgehog. Clutching his head in pain, he releases a massive roar, confusing the hedgehog. A mana circle forms above his head. He opens his mouth, releasing a blinding explosion of energy that blasts through the building. The captain, stunned, thinks, a monster? He became a mutant while fighting one. How is this even possible? Joon-Soo is now fully mutated. Massive teeth, huge muscles, red skin, and horns. A system window pops up. Trait, Mutant Warrior Kim. The deer captain screams internally, thinking, holy shit, what the hell is that? He thinks to himself, he needs to get out of here. But just then, Joon-Soo in his mutant body reaches down toward the deer captain. The captain closes his eyes, expecting to be crushed by the giant hand. But just then, the captain opens his eyes, wondering why he hasn't been squashed yet. But in that very moment, we see Joon-Soo return to his human body with a slight laugh. He walks toward the deer captain. The deer captain is confused and thinks, he's back to being human? Joon-Soo collapses onto the floor, saying that he did it. We see another system window pop up. Trait, Corruption Resistance, the last line of defense. If you're in possession of mutant form and mutant muscles, and you delete corruption resistance, you will get mutant. The common belief is that once you turn into a mutant, you cannot change back, but I knew otherwise. He thinks back to when he was in his mutant form. I knew to change the trait. I knew that I would be able to change the trait as long as I was able to think reasonably, even a little bit. That's how he was able to switch out mutant for corruption resistance. It felt like all of his bones and muscles were being moved around, and he never wants to go through anything like that again. However, at this moment, he pulls out an ominous purple orb from the hedgehog's mouth. A system window pops up. Obtained Level 1 Mana Core. Staring at this with a devilish smile, reminiscent of Lloyd Frontera's smile, Joon-Soo looks at this mana core and thinks to himself, this was all worth it. He got a Level 1 mana core. It's sure to be profitable doing this cleanup work. Just as he's dancing around, the deer captain from behind interrupts him, asking if he's all right. He's confused because he became a mutant and cannot understand what happened. Joon-Soo ponders how to answer this question, and he thinks to himself that it will be annoying if there are any strange rumors about him. What he does say is, well, I kind of just gambled on being able to turn back. He says that he was really lucky. The deer captain is baffled, wondering if it was really luck, because that was way too... And just as he's about to complete his sentence, Joon-Soo hands him a pile of Level 1 mana cores. Confused, the captain is left speechless. Joon-Soo, in his ragged state, with only ripped pants left on his body, states with a sigh that it's time to go back now because he needs some fresh air. Another member of the team cannot believe that Joon-Soo just gave them so many Level 0 mana cores. While walking away, Joon-Soo wonders and thinks to himself, surely since he's saved their lives and even gave them some mana cores, they'll surely keep my secret safe, right? But the captain is still suspicious. Cut to the player personnel building. The same man from before, the player director, has now completely changed his attitude toward Joon-Soo. Looking like a happy and harmless puppy, he speaks. I heard that you went through some hardship. That must have been terrible. Joon-Soo just smiles while holding a cup of coffee, saying that it was a bit of hard work at the end for sure. wondering why he is kissing his ass all of a sudden. The player director continues, saying, "Anyway, you should have told us if you're a superhuman. We would have given you proper work instead of cleanup work." Joon-Soo takes another sip while thinking, "Aha, he thinks I'm a superhuman." He thinks back to the game and the descriptions from Arcane Soul. A superhuman awakes an ability, allowing them to obtain powerful mana. In a world like this, where strength is power and authority, superhumans are basically nobles. Well, it makes sense that he'd think that since you'd need to be a superhuman to defeat mutants, although he was able to win thanks to his traits. The player director continues, saying that he should probably pay him for the cleanup. Joon-Soo says, "That would be nice," while thinking to himself, "I'll let him think I'm a superhuman for now." The director takes out a brown paper bag. The bag is filled with notes. "You cleaned up 5 regions, and we take 20% fees from the total of 15 million won. If we divide that up to how many people were in the group, I would be giving you 5 million, but we'll do it differently this time." He slams the money down onto the table. Joon-Soo, with a confused look on his face, wonders what's going on. The director states that they'll only take 5% fees from his share, and, on top of that, they would give him a bonus. Joon-Soo also slams his hands onto the table with a look of shock on his face. He screams, 12 million. Just as he stands there laughing, he thinks to himself, "It sure must be nice to be a superhuman." "Well," the director says, "we look forward to continuing to work with you." Joon-Soo, in his tracksuit, walks out of the player personnel office, humming and singing a tune, "La La La," and thinks to himself, now that he has all this money, how should he spend it? But just then he's interrupted by another person. The man says, "You look like you're in a good mood." This startles Joon-Soo, and he turns to the man. He says, "You must have gotten paid a lot." Joon-Soo says, "Ah, yes. Well, we finished the job." Joon-Soo thinks to himself that he's one of the people that he worked with last time. The man, scratching the back of his head looking awkward, tries to tell Joon-Soo the reason he's there. He actually wanted to ask Joon-Soo for a favor. A favor? The man continues, "Well, you see, my wife is actually sickly, so I was wondering if you could spare me some money. Sorry to ask you for this kind of favor when we only worked together once, but..." Joon-Soo frowns with a look of annoyance on his face. He thinks to himself that it's not a good idea to help others when you don't know them in this world. Who knows when they might stab me in the back? But the man bows and says desperately, "Please." Joon-Soo thinks that it's really hard enough to support himself, but he says out loud, "Oh man, don't do this. You're older than me too." The man grabs his hand with his head bowed. Joon-Soo says to the man, "Tough. It's not a lot, but you can use this." Joon-Soo feels too bad to just completely ignore him. He places another handful of level 0 mana cores into the man's hand, handing it to him with a smile on his face. In the next scene, we see the same man laughing hysterically with an evil smile on his face, holding the level 0 mana cores. He says, "What a dumbass. I just pretended to be the poor old dude and he just gave me all of this. Ha 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 ha." The deer captain is also there, along with the rest of the cleanup team. The deer wonders to himself, is he new to this type of stuff? The man holding the money continues and says, "I bet he would have given me more if I said my kid was sick too," and states that what's annoying, though, is that he was paid more than us. The player director gave us a rat's ass amount of money, along with that fake superhuman part of our shares too. The deer captain replies, "Ha, he's not even a superhuman. We better teach him a lesson." The other man asks if he has an idea on what they can do. The deer captain smiles and says, "Can't you tell? That silly little idiot must have some kind of strange ability." Just as they are talking, we see Joon-Soo snuggling up in his bed, all happy, thinking, "It feels good to be kind. I'm going to become a hero in this world at this rate." He is all giddy, not suspecting the man lied at all. Cut back the cleaning team. The deer captain says, "Since we know his secret, let's teach him a lesson." He smashes the mana cores in his hand. With a devilish smile on his face, he says, "How scary the world can be." I totally thought this guy was going to be a decent person, but clearly not. The next day, we see Joon-Soo laying on a massage table. With a happy and relaxed look on his face, he thinks, money sure is good. He never thought that he'd see the day where he could get a massage at a place like that. The in-game reality is actually better than his previous reality. The masseuse massaging his left arm massages with a lot of pressure on his sore and aching body. Ugh, he spent 3 whole days resting in that hotel and everything still hurts. From now on, he will have to think twice before using any mutant-related traits. Although changing traits isn't as easy and consequence-free as he had initially thought. His body changes depending on the traits, and the severity of the side effects increases the more his body changes. He thinks that the problem is that he will struggle to survive after limiting his trait usage. Just then, he notices something down below while looking out the window. Wait, aren't they the Iron Fist gang? Looking down, he sees a man in board shorts relaxing next to a pool, with dragon tattoos covering his arms and shoulders. Men in suits stand beside the man. Joon-Soo thinks that they are still going around with that air of arrogance. Arcane Soul is dominated by local gangs rather than by law, and it's only natural since there are too many monsters around and people have to depend on superhumans like him. He says out loud that he did manage to survive the first bit, but it would be very foolish to only depend on traits in such a dangerous place. Just then, his creepy smile returns, saying, "It all comes down to items, doesn't it?" In the afternoon, Joon-Soo wanders into a store for miscellaneous goods. A lady smiling asks if he's there to sell some stuff. "Ah, yes, I have some byproducts from monsters," he says. She looks down with a look of annoyance and says she's telling him in advance, but she does not want any low-level or zero-level manacores, because they don't buy any of those. He looks at her and states that he is well aware, because what he'd like to sell is this. Just then, he pulls out the massive purple manacore, which he obtained from the hedgehog, saying that this is the one he'd like to sell. The lady's eyes light up, and she wears a look of shock on her face. She says, "Wow, this is a level 2 manacore." He handed it to her, saying, "Yup, take a look." He thinks that it feels really good to see her surprised, because while he was in his hotel room, he had to really grind to increase it to this size. He took an entire pile of level 0 manacores and fused everything he had into making one large level 2 manacore. The prices on manacores do differ depending on the level, so to sell it at the highest price, this is definitely the way to go. She pulls out a little bit of money, saying, "Here's the amount for the core, 4.77 million won. He happily accepts the money, and then asks if she has any weapons or armor to sell. She says, "Of course we do. Come this way." Just then, she leads him behind the counter, and he is shocked that there's another room in the store, thinking, "Wow, there seems to be everything here." All the basic items he used in the game are here, with a laugh. She tells him to take his time. Joon-Soo, with a weird smile on his face again, says, "Sure will. Time to get myself geared up." We see him walking out of the store with backpack and multiple big assault rifles on his back. He says to himself aloud, "Ha, now that I have weapons, it finally feels like I'm playing Arcane Soul." But just then, from behind, someone says, "Excuse me, by chance, are you a mercenary? I really need some help." But he gives an awkward smile, waving her off, stating that, "Oh, I am not, so you can go look for someone else." But just then, she pulls out a little stack of money, saying, "I am here on a business trip, but the Iron Fist gang scares me. Could you protect me on my way to my lodging?" He thinks, 500,000 won for a bodyguard? This feels like a daily quest. Maybe he should give it a try, since he is already geared up. Just then, he puts his hand on her shoulder and says, "I can't just ignore a lady in danger. Shall we go?" With a big smile on his face, this also makes the lady very happy. With a big smile on her face, she sincerely thanks Joon-Soo. She leads him a very far way. It is now raining and nighttime. She tells him, "We're almost there, this way." But he wanders inside thinking something is wrong. Why is she staying in such a shady place? Forget a single person, there isn't even an ant here. Around this corner, she says, running. Joon-Soo is now more hesitant as she walks down a very dark alley. She says again, "We're almost there. Come, quickly." He says, "Oh, it's too dark, so I can't really see anything." But just at that moment, a system window pops up. Trait obtained. Night vision. You have obtained a trait. Oh, now I can see. I didn't plan for this, but I got a trait. Just then, she points a gun at him. But she says, suddenly, "You're much more cautious than I expected." He thinks to himself, a gun? Who is this woman? Wait, is this a trap? And just then, from behind, we see the deer and the rest of the cleaning group approach. He says, "Where are you going, Junior? You're—" Just as Joon-Soo is about to speak, he gets interrupted. "Nice to see you again like this, don't you agree?" Joon-Soo asks, "What did I do to deserve this?" The deer laughs and says nothing. "You just seem dumb enough, really. There's no other reason, you gullible bastard." But at that moment, Joon-Soo sprints off, dropping his backpack with all his goods and running for his life. The deer says, "You scoundrel! You start a conversation and run away like that?" He tells the woman to shoot him, and she does. She shoots him in the back, and he falls down the stairs with blood spraying out. The deer says, "What the hell? You were supposed to shoot his legs, not his bloody torso." She states it's better than him getting away, but the deer isn't impressed because he thinks he might actually be dead. He had returned to human after becoming a mutant before. The lady that shot him says that she's sure that some mage would be willing to buy his dead body. But this highly annoys the deer captain because he thinks that they would have gotten more money if they had captured him alive. Another member of the cleaning team says, "Let's just loot his bag and equipment for now." The deer captain, annoyed, puts a hand on his head and states that he guesses it can't be helped. "So yeah, let's just do that first." Huh? Looking down again, seeing the pool of blood but no Joon-Soo, they are all shocked. Where did his body go? Just then, the light above them breaks, and a beam of energy comes from behind, smashing the head of one of the cleaners. What was that? It is now dark, and they cannot believe what has just happened. They have no idea how he's still alive. Joon-Soo, with his night vision, thinks to himself, "Damn right I am." We get a look at his active traits: strength, vigor, endurance, mana heart, night vision, mana recovery. He says to them, he can't die to someone who repays kindness with betrayal. Cut back to the store from earlier. We see Joon-Soo putting on a bulletproof vest. This is what Joon-Soo is thinking about right now. He is very glad that he equipped this item before leaving. Thanks to that, he obtained the trait that he needed. We see a system window pop up while Joon-Soo was lying on the ground. Obtained, playing dead. You have obtained a trait. The cleaners now seem to be worried. The deer captain, looking around, states that Joon-Soo had broken the streetlight and they can't see anything. Where the hell is he? And just then, Joon-Soo approaches from behind, asking, "You looking for me?" He says, "I saved your life, so I'm taking it now." He gives the deer captain an uppercut, calling him a son of a bitch.
The deer captain hits the floor, pissed, wiping blood off his face like he's about to throw hands again. And yeah, he gets up swinging a kick, straight up, "You fucker." But our boy Joon-Soo? Nah, clean dodge. Counters instantly, punches him right back, eyes cold, basically like, "You should be thanking me for saving your life. And you're trying to kill me? That really the move?" The deer captain's just getting stomped, can't process what's happening. Then, hold up, gunshot. The girl fires. It's dark, asking if that's him over there, checking on the deer captain like she didn't just add to the chaos. And right here, Joon-Soo's already clocking it. I was too careless. In Arcane Soul, the scariest thing isn't monsters or mutants, it's people. Man realizes he trusted too easily. Slowly, hand goes into his pocket, grip tight on the gun. Joon-Soo thinking, "I'm not making that mistake again." Bang, he shoots her in the arm. Another guy, shot in the back, clean, efficient. Says that's enough while they're both on the ground moaning. And just as he's about to finish things, massive kick incoming from behind. Joon-Soo's literally mid-thought, like, yeah, I should probably kill the deer just to be safe, turns around too late. Boom. The deer captain absolutely sends him flying. Now Joon-Soo's like, shit, his legs, they transformed? Status window pops up. Awakened, level 1, superhuman deer. And Joon-Soo's processing this insanity like, he just awakened mid-fight? Bro, what kind of broken game is this? Superhuman awakening. Every playable character can go through it. It's basically the core growth system. At level 1, you're already strong enough to threaten someone with an automatic rifle. Translation? Joon-Soo's fighting a superhuman with a normal body. The captain, back-turned, casually says, I'll kill you. Turns around and his speed, not human anymore. Joon-Soo's sweating. He disappeared? Deer traits kick in, stereoscopic movement and kicking. Basically insane leg elasticity, letting him move in any direction. And yeah, we see it. Man's running up walls like it's nothing, then sprinting down straight at Joon-Soo. He used it to climb the building. Running on walls? Bro thinks he's in Attack on Titan. This is getting wild. The deer's still locked in. I'll kill you. Jumps in with another kick. Joon-Soo's like, I need to dodge this. He slides out the way just in time. The impact shatters the ground. Deer's surprised. You dodged? Then instantly lunges again. You're not dodging this one. And fires off another kick. But Joon-Soo? Calm. Sorry, I had no intention of dodging. Pulls out the baton, blocks the kick, and straight up calls him a fucking animal. Quick flashback. Our boy in the armory earlier, debating if he should buy a gun. But then realizes he's a warrior class. Even if he gets stronger, guns aren't as effective for his class. So he picks up the expandable baton, just in case. Back to present, he's holding off a superhuman leg with it. And he's thinking, each class has weapons and traits that suit them. If I want to win, I need to fight like a warrior. He swings, boom, smashes the deer down. System window pops, trait acquired, strike. Man smiles, first class specific trait, warrior type, strike. Now he's cooking. Downward slash, uppercut, but the deer's speed is crazy, dodging everything. Lunge, sideswipe, pressure's building. The deer's getting salty now, realizing Joon-Soo isn't some easy target, and goes for an overhead kick. Joon-Soo sees it. Damn, that's an opening. Should I dodge? Then, no, I've come too far, even if it breaks a bone. He tanks the hit, blocking. The kick slams into his arm, but at the same time, he brings the baton down, smashing the deer's leg. Both take heavy damage. Joon-Soo's left arm, the deer's upper right leg. Then, another window. Trait acquired, combo. And Joon-Soo's got that unhinged smile now. Yeah, that's it. Early game warrior build, strike and combo. And now, it's over. He starts absolutely pummeling the deer, blinding speed, combo chains stacking, no mercy. The deer's getting destroyed, begging, please stop. But Joon-Soo doesn't care. Final strike, baton straight to the chest, launches the deer back, slams him into the ground. Silence. Joon-Soo looks up, eyes closed, yelling, I did it! I defeated the awakened deer! Then pauses. Huh? His hands start glowing. What is this? His whole body's in pain, aura swirling around him, but there's something else building up inside. He grabs his arm. Don't tell me. And then it hits. Explosion of aura. His body radiates, surrounded by this ominous energy, like he just flipped a switch. And right there, he realizes the moment he learned the cruel truth of this world. System window appears. Awakened, level 1, superhuman. Warrior Kim. Joon-Soo's just standing there, staring at his hands glowing with aura, slowly clenching his fists like, superhuman. I'm finally a superhuman. And then he just screams it out, looking up with that devilish grin, clothes ripped, man straight up shirtless now, giving that unhinged main character energy. And then, this guy really hits a handstand, says out loud, not only am I about to get high-paying mercenary jobs, I'm getting low-interest bank loans too. Bro's priorities are insane. Talking about bank loans mid-power-up is insane behavior. But hold up, someone's behind him. A voice cuts in. Now you've done it, huh? We get a partial reveal, cigar in the mouth. Joon-Soo's still upside down, looking back confused like, what now? Then boom, the full reveal. Massive dude, suit, built like a tank, huge gun in hand, ammo strapped across his chest. This is Sky's Iron Fist Kim, second basic character after Warrior Kim. Reinforced soldier class, gun specialist, uses a prosthetic arm. But more importantly, he's the boss of the Iron Fist gang. Underworld type, not someone you want smoke with. Joon-Soo immediately clocks it. Yeah, I fought in their territory. I definitely pissed them off. Iron Fist frowns, asks him straight up if he even checked where he was before making this mess. Gun already pointed at his chest. Joon-Soo tries to explain. He got attacked, couldn't just die there. But Iron Fist cocks the gun. So you're saying they were scarier than the Iron Fist gang? Now, Joon-Soo's thinking, shit, if I fight like this, I'm dead for nothing. Gun still aimed at his chest. Iron Fist goes, buddy, you made one hell of a wrong choice. Joon-Soo pauses, confused for a second, then looks down, calm. Ah, is that so? But you missed one thing. And out of nowhere, he grabs the gun, still pointed at his own chest. I'm not the type of guy to die so easily. And then, bang, he pulls the trigger himself. Iron Fist is stunned. This guy just shot himself? System window pops up. Trait acquired, regeneration. Joon-Soo's standing there, hole in his chest, healing in real time. And he just goes, it fucking tickles. Iron Fist starts grinning. Yeah, he's interested now. Joon-Soo's thinking fast. The upgraded version of wound recovery? Regeneration. Only unlocks once you hit level 1 superhuman. And he already knows, if they start looking down on me, I'm finished. So what does he do? Bluff. Points behind him at the bodies like, yeah, I didn't survive out of luck. Then hits him with that cold line. I don't care who you are. If you mess with me, Warrior Kim, you better brace yourselves. Iron Fist pauses. Warrior Kim, huh? That your name? Smiles. I like your guts. And just like that, he lets him go. But not for free. You owe me now. Throws that cybernetic arm over his shoulder. Heavy reminder. Joon-Soo already knows what that means. All right, I'll remember this. But internally, he's thinking, did he recognize me? Iron Fist just casually goes, let's work together next time, and puts his hand out. Joon-Soo smirks a bit. Yeah, this guy isn't the type to betray me. Building a connection here? Not a bad move. So he shakes his hand. Deal locked in. Next scene, we're at the Jamsol Superhuman Tower. Big central building. Looks insane. Joon-Soo takes off his glasses, smiling. Man saw it in-game, but in real life, this hit's different. Walks inside, multiple levels, packed. This is completely different from my town. Then a staff lady walks up, welcomes him, asks how she can help. Joon-Soo's caught off guard, blushes a bit, like, hold up, she's beautiful and familiar. Maybe an NPC? She tells him, if you're here for certification, go use that machine to measure mana and trait circuit. Joon-Soo's like, oh, thanks. Walking over in his slip-slops, thinking, damn, I didn't even ask and she guided me. I really look like a rookie. Standing in front of the machine, once I get certified, I can actually start living properly in Arcane Soul. Then suddenly, he freezes, looks up. What the? People start shouting, the Saintess is here. Joon-Soo's like, the Saintess? Looks up, there's an airship overhead, glowing gold. He's confused. That's just one ship, though? Then, a beam of golden light drops right in front of him, and he's instantly like, no way. Old Father's order? Out of the light, she steps out, armored, knights behind her. And Joon-Soo's brain is breaking. Why is a boss monster here? But everyone else? Completely different reaction. Saintess of the Old Father's order. It's an honor. Joon-Soo's thinking, right, still tutorial timeline. She's a saintess right now. But later, that order is actually a cult. And later, she'll straight up be slaughtering civilians. We even get that image, her covered in blood, smiling like a demon. Meanwhile, everyone here is worshiping. Hands up, kneeling, praying like this is some holy event. They're saying she's here for mana measurement, maybe level renewal. She walks up to the machine, and the moment she activates it, aura explodes out of her. The entire place is shook. People can't believe the power. Joon-Soo's just covering his face like, yeah, that's one noisy measurement. A system window pops up. Saintess, 27. Priest class, level 8. 6-layered circuit. Joon-Soo's like, what the hell? Level 8? 6 traits? That's insane. But then reality hits him. A level 8 superhuman is basically a walking national weapon. Aircraft carrier level threat. And this exact woman? She's going to wipe out Seoul in the future. He looks around, everyone cheering, hyped. Yeah, if I say anything right now, they'll think I'm insane. So he decides, whatever, let me just measure my own mana. But also, no way I'm exposing everything. If a rookie shows 6 traits, that's instant attention. So he limits it to 3 traits and is about to step into the machine, and right then, the Saintess turns her head. Someone asks her what's wrong. She says, there's someone interesting here. And then, she's right behind him, no warning. You seem to have an intriguing ability. Joon-Soo damn near jumps out of his skin. Holy shit, you surprised me. And now he's panicking internally. Wait, what did she just say? Did she sense that I switched my traits? He slowly looks at her, and she's smiling. But it's not a normal smile. It's that same unsettling, dangerous smile. The Saintess is now standing right in front of Joon-Soo, and the whole crowd behind them starts murmuring. Like, why is she talking to him? Man looks like a complete nobody. Joon-Soo's still frozen mid-gesture, hand in the air because he was busy with his system window. It looks like he's awkwardly just pointing at her. She grabs his hand. Sir, may I ask for your name? He's stammering. It's Warrior Kim. But internally, he's already clocking it. The only reason a priest asks for your name in Arcane Soul? Yeah, this is bad. And before he can even react, then, Warrior Kim, I hereby represent the Old Father's order and baptize you. And boom, she starts the ritual. Talking about the Old Father, the Lord of the Black Gold Throne, wanting rare powers like his, telling him to submit and find peace in this hellish world. Black aura starts flowing straight into his body. Meanwhile, the crowd, losing it. He's getting baptized. From the first daughter herself? I'm jealous. But Joon-Soo's mind is racing. Shit, if I get this baptism trait, I'm locked in, forced into becoming a paladin of the order. And he already knows the future. This religion, it's a cult. And they lose hard later on. So what does he do? He rips his hand away and straight up says, this is like going all in on a stock that's about to get delisted. The entire place goes silent. Man drops to one knee. I refuse to be baptized. Everyone's shocked, even the Saintess. Huh? I must have heard you wrong. Joon-Soo's already in pain but stands firm. Nah, I'm serious. She pauses, then calmly says, it's your freedom to accept or refuse. But then grabs his arm again. The Old Father has already laid his eyes on you. And with that creepy smile, a holy moat has taken root inside you. If you can't overcome something so small, your free will means nothing. And then, Joon-Soo bursts into flames, straight up screaming. Crowd immediately switches up. How dare a rookie refuse? Is he irreligious? Poor guy. System window pops. Divine fever. Endless searing pain as punishment. And yeah, This isn't light damage. This is one of the strongest debuffs in the game. Constant burning pain. You can't live normally. Only cure? Go back and get baptized. Joon-Soo's rolling on the floor, burning alive, thinking, yeah, I planned for this, but this still hurts like hell. Then suddenly, water splashes on him. He looks up. Who? It's her, the same girl who helped him earlier. Are you okay, Mr. Warrior? And he realizes she's the one. Nobody helps people with divine fever. Everyone's scared it'll spread or bring bad luck. And she still stepped in. Joon-Soo's like, damn, I'm ungrateful. He forces himself up. Fine, I'll endure it. Then, system window. Trait acquired. Divine resistance. Now he sits down, enters a meditative state. He didn't refuse blindly. He already knew. Divine fever scales with total mana. And since he's only level 1, it's weaker. So he has a shot. Step 1, get divine resistance. Step 2, push more mana through his body, which makes the pain worse. He's screaming again, and she keeps pouring water on him. You can do this. Joon-Soo's thinking, this water feels like life itself right now. Fire and water, pain and calm. If I control the mana, I can extinguish it. And then the flames shift, cool down, and turn black. Then a system window pops. Trait acquired, mana barrier. Joon-Soo stands up, calm now, confident smile. I did it. This is the core defensive trait for early warrior builds. The crowd is losing their minds. He overcame divine fever? How is that even possible? Did he cheat? Joon-Soo just smirks. Nah, I didn't fully beat it. This is temporary, just suppressing it with the barrier. But still, no more burning pain. Also, the black flame? Kinda clean. Even if normal people can't see it. He shrugs. All right, time to measure mana. Steps into the machine, watching the bar go up. Yeah, it's climbing. Measurement complete. Warrior Kim, 22 years old, level 1, 6-layered circuit. And now, the entire place explodes. Level 1 with 6 traits? That's a super rookie. No wonder the Saintess noticed him. But Joon-Soo? Shit. I drew too much attention, and his whole plan was to grow quietly, but now with mana barrier active, he can't even hide his traits. The staff girl walks up, smiling, impressed. She's never seen someone start with 6 layers. Offers to issue his superhuman license. Next scene, she slides the card over. Congratulations, you're now officially certified. And Joon-Soo? Man's tearing up with the biggest grin. I worked so hard for this. She starts explaining benefits, but he cuts her off immediately. I already know. Tax reduction, weapon rights, higher levels mean tax exemption, immunity from arrest, free transport, all of it. She's stunned like, okay, damn. He almost slips. I'm a game addict. Doctor in superhumanology. Then glances behind her. And yeah, problem. Crowd forming outside the glass. Guild scouts already plotting. We need him. Others saying stuff like, front page material. Maybe I can get his autograph. Joon-Soo's like, yeah, nah, and asks her if there's any way out quietly. She smiles because it's already handled. Man's confused. She's prepared? Then she turns, slightly blushing. Just follow me. Leads him through a hidden passage. He's grateful as hell. Stealth cloak, secret exit. She's doing way too much for him. She just says, we help each other. And right then, a system window pops. Trait acquired. Stealth. Joon-Soo's like, hell yeah, free trait? Say less. She stops. This is as far as she can go. He bows, genuinely thankful. She tells him to stay safe, basically saying, don't die outside, bro. He watches her walk away, thinking he didn't expect someone like this in Arcane Soul. Kind. And yeah, she's pretty too. One day, I'll repay her. Then, he looks down at the business card she gave him, reads the name. Beck Soren. Wait, what? That's one of the top 3 SSR warrior characters in the game. A berserker, known for being terrifying. Joon-Soo's just standing there, mouth open, completely stunned. In-game, she always looked scary as hell. And now? She's this kind? Meanwhile, she's walking away, smiling softly, just glad he's okay. And Joon-Soo's left there thinking, what the hell happened to her? Next scene, we're back in the grind. Joon-Soo's out here slicing through a slime, aura flaring, and he's already over it. It's good to be a superhuman my ass. Man's been clearing monster caves for a full week straight, and he's like, yeah, I'm about to die from overwork. Superhuman life got him working minimum wage dungeons. He sighs, sits down, only cleared 1 cave, completely exhausted. Efficiency is trash. And he already knows why. It's because all of his traits are tied up maintaining that mana barrier. If he could optimize it specifically for clearing caves, this would have been done hours ago. But nah, this damn debuff is locking him down. He needs nectar to remove divine fever, but it's so expensive that these low-level cleaning jobs aren't cutting it. Man's hunched over, defeated. Then his phone starts ringing. He's already annoyed. How many times is this guy calling? Checks it. Director Choi. I'm done with you, buddy. Then pauses. Smiles. Yeah, he just got an idea. Cut to the recruitment agency, which with these translations has a new name every other chapter. Director Choi is basically serving him like royalty. Oh my, Mr. Warrior Kim, the man who overcame divine fever without baptism. The 6-layered circuit rookie. It's an honor. Bro's glowing, acting like a happy puppy. Director switched to full fanboy mode instantly. Joon-Soo? Completely unimpressed. Yeah. Anyway, did you find the job I asked for? Director sits down, suddenly stressed. Don't even ask. It was difficult. Because nectar requests only come from level 5+ superhuman missions. Joon-Soo immediately stands up. If you didn't get it, I'm out. Director panics. Wait. This is tied to my exclusive contract with you. I had to secure it. And yeah, he got it. Joon-Soo sits back down, already knowing, if it's this guy, desperate for a contract, he was gonna find something no matter what. Sips his drink. So what's the job? Director hands over a tablet. Ever heard of Number 1 Security? Joon-Soo looks. Never heard of it. Asks if it's just a security firm. Director explains. It's a private military company. Top 10 in the industry. CEO and vice CEO? Married couple from martial arts families. Solid foundation. So Joon-Soo's like, what could a family like that possibly need? Director frowns. Their son. Pulls up his photo. Already over 20 but hasn't awakened. Joon-Soo's like, how? With those parents? Director drops the weird part. Rumor is, the kid already has level 8 mana but still hasn't awakened. And their condition? They specifically requested a level 1+ warrior type superhuman. So yeah, it's basically tailored for Joon-Soo. He smirks. All right, let's go meet them. Next scene, they're at a massive mansion, sitting in the waiting room. Director's nervous, says the CEOs aren't usually late. Joon-Soo's just looking around. Yeah, this place is expensive. Then, the doors open. A man and woman walk in. Apologies for the wait. They introduce themselves as So Jung-ju and Lee Miri. Director instantly hits a 90-degree bow. Joon-Soo gives a slight bow, but internally, yeah, these two are at least level 6. The mana coming off them is insane. The father looks Joon-Soo up and down, frowns. He looks weak. The mother immediately checks him, tells him to stop talking like that or leave. Man sits down salty. She invites them to sit, then gets straight to the point. If you came all this way, you're accepting the request, right? Joon-Soo cuts in. First, I want to see your son. I need to check if there's a specific reason he hasn't awakened. The father slams the table and stands up. Basically like, you think I'm telling that to a rookie? Mother steps in again and apologizes, says it's sensitive since it involves their child. If he accepts, they'll explain everything. Then she adds, I'm sure you're in need of nectar. And yeah, she clocked him instantly. The black flame, the aura, she knows. Joon-Soo leans forward, smiling. There's clearly something they're hiding, and they know exactly what I need. Everything's lining up. All right, I'll take the job. Call your son. The boy walks in, So Woo-jin, awkward, holding one arm. Joon-Soo greets him, walks up, shakes his hand, and immediately thinks, wait, I can't feel any mana? That's weird. Then he notices the glove. Nice glove. Complex pattern on the palm. Like, yeah, it's more than I deserve, but I'm grateful for it. Joon-Soo smirks. Yeah, I'd assume so. Because that glove requires serious mana sealing. And that statement alone shocks everyone in the room. Joon-Soo just smiles. Yeah, I knew the moment I saw it. Then he lays it all out. You set the condition for a level 1 warrior, used nectar as bait, all to bring me here. And then, final hit. Your son was baptized by the old father's order, wasn't he? Silence. He keeps going. He rejected it. To avoid divine fever, he sealed his mana and that's why he can't awaken. You couldn't make this public. Then you heard about me, a level 1 who overcame divine fever, so you came looking. Woo-jin's mind is blown. That's amazing. There's nothing left to explain. Even jokes? Are you some detective novel protagonist? Bro hit them with the I already know everything aura. He crosses his arms, acting humble. Just reading the situation. But internally, man's grinning. Yeah, future knowledge is broken. The moment I saw his picture, I already knew. Because in the future, So Woo-jin becomes a vanguard paladin of the old father's order. He resists at first, but after his parents fall, he gives in, joins them. Game over. But Joon-Soo? He's here to rewrite that. The father walks up again, but now, completely different energy. Sir, is there a way for our son to escape the baptism? Whole family looking desperate now. Puppy eyes. Total switch up. Joon-Soo's thinking, this guy was acting tough 5 minutes ago. Now look at him. He smiles. Of course there is. Inside? Yeah, I've got 10,000 hours in this game. I know exactly what to do. But out loud, Mr. Woo-jin, I know that pain. I went through it too. Trust me, I'll get it out of you. Woo-jin's tearing up. Sir. And Joon-Soo pulls him in. And internally, he's cold. I don't care if you're the saintess. You tried to drag me into your cult? Nah. Your future subordinate? He's mine now. Pulling back, Joon-Soo grabs So Woo-jin. Before we begin the treatment, I have one condition. Pardon? The mother asks, suspicion creeping into her voice. Joon-Soo smirks. I'd like you to teach me the mountain-breaking swordsmanship. The room freezes. The mother's aura spikes, practically radiating murder. So Woo-jin's eyes widen in terror, and the father breaks a sweat. Our boy is shaking like he saw a spider. He thinks, high-level martial arts like this? In this era? In this game, a superhuman swordsman can wreck an entire tank. Level 1 with this skill can hit level 4 with 0 effort. Basically a cheat code for early game. Of course, only if I complete the request. The son calls out, Mom. That snaps her out of the murderous stance. She sighs, still wary. Fine. If you succeed, you'll get a memory chip containing the mountain-breaking swordsmanship along with the nectar. Joon-Soo's grin is demonic while bowing. I thought she was going to kill me. Now I get swordsmanship too. She warns, if you fail, we'll be sincerely disappointed and angry. Joon-Soo laughs. Don't worry, that won't happen. He gestures behind him. Let's get started. Inside the massive room, mana circles and 200 intermediate-grade mana potions await. This should be enough, he mutters. I prefer to be alone with the patient during the treatment. The mother surprises him. Sorry about earlier. Woo-jin was forcefully baptized before school even began. He suffered alone, couldn't make friends, never had a normal childhood. From now on, I leave this to you. Joon-Soo notes silently, everyone suffered because of the Saintess's trap. So Woo-jin puts his arm around his mother, saying, I'm fine. Joon-Soo thinks, no wonder he's so cold in the game with everything that happened. Don't worry, I'll succeed at all costs. He stretches, eyes narrowing. Now, let's begin. So Woo-jin trembles like he has Parkinson's. What do I do? Joon-Soo grins. Why are you shaking? Relax. The boy hesitates. Aren't you going to torture me? Drugs? Electric shocks? Bro shakes his head. What treatments did you receive before? Typical divine fever treatment fails if the target has too much mana. He's already accumulated too much. No awakening possible. Nectar alone can't fix it. Don't worry. Just keep everything today a secret, Joon-Soo says, and the boy promises. He kneels, chugging potion after potion, the barrier around him burning hotter. A system window pops. Obtain drug addiction. Damage taken and mana usage increase, but effects are abnormally enhanced. Good. This will amplify the shield. He expands the mana barrier to its absolute limit. Flames burst around him. So Woo-jin's hand trembles as he removes his glove, sending divine fever flames out. Joon-Soo clamps his hand to Woo-jin's, pain searing through his body like bones being shattered. Screw the Saintess, screw divine fever. Bro jumps back through the barrier, absorbing part of Woo-jin's divine fever. Success. System pop-up. Damage absorption trait obtained. That's why I had to endure all that, Joon-Soo mutters, checking the boy's condition. Woo-jin's fever is severely weakened. Joon-Soo grabs a wooden sword. Final stage, don't hold back. Woo-jin, now trembling with determination, strikes with all his strength. Joon-Soo dodges, thinking, he broke my iron arm guard with a wooden sword? Even with Protect, one strike could kill me. What the hell did she teach this kid? Another strike comes, faster and more precise. Evasion trait obtained. Flashes of light surround the boy. His sword and body shimmer in unison. SSR rank awakening. This is insane. The sword and the user becoming one? Joon-Soo's mind races. He's in a complete trance. If I get hit, I'll be sliced like a cucumber. Joon-Soo locks in. First, stack every defensive trait I've got and funnel it all into my arms. With the mana-focusing circle boosting everything, he braces properly this time. Woo-jin comes in with a ridiculous surge of power, no hesitation, and Joon-Soo takes it head-on. System window flashes. Trait obtained. Mana shield. He exhales hard. I did it. I actually combined mana barrier and protect into mana shield. That hit almost ended him. Then he processes it. One with the sword. Yeah, that wasn't normal at all. Woo-jin suddenly growls, body trembling, completely drained, and then just collapses. Joon-Soo's first reaction? Don't tell me. He walks over, slightly pissed. You almost kill me and now you're just gonna pass out peacefully? Then checks. Nah, the kid's just asleep. Bro, don't do that. Our boy thought it was curtains for Woo-jin for a second. He pieces it together. Temporary berserk state after awakening. Makes sense. This is an SSR level character, but because he awakened as a warrior instead of a paladin, he got one with the sword as a starting trait. Joon-Soo pauses, hand on chin. I might have just created something ridiculous. And that thought sticks. Changing his class like this. Yeah, the future storyline is definitely getting messed with. But then he shrugs, lifts Woo-jin over his shoulder. Silver Spoon Kid, insane talent, and now he owes me. A slow grin appears on his face. Not bad at all. Now they're back with the parents and the director, Woo-jin lying peacefully on the bed. The parents are in disbelief. He really overcame divine fever. They thank Joon-Soo properly this time. No ego, just relief. Joon-Soo's standing there with the director, who's practically glowing, holding a drink like a proud assistant, both of them smiling. Joon-Soo brushes it off like, yeah, I told you I'd handle it, while the director's like, I knew you would. The mother gently places her hand on Woo-jin's head, voice soft. First time in ages they've seen him sleep like this. She doesn't even know how to repay him. The parents exchange a look and nod. They step forward along with the promised nectar and the memory chip for mountain-breaking swordsmanship. They'll add an additional success fee. Joon-Soo tries to play it cool. Nah, you don't have to. The father insists. 1 billion won. Joon-Soo's brain glitches. 1 billion? On the outside, he's smiling, barely holding it together. Ha, rejecting twice would hurt my heart. Guess I can't help it. Inside, absolute chaos. That smile is borderline terrifying. Man's soul left his body for a second. Cut to the car. The director's driving, still riding the high. He says, "Today was a jackpot, Mr. Warrior." Joon-Soo agrees, casually staring at the memory chip and nectar in his hands like he just robbed a dungeon boss. Director asks if he's going to drink the nectar immediately. Joon-Soo says, yeah, probably, and he's planning to go on a bit of a hiatus. The director nods and says it makes sense. There's too much attention right now, especially from the old father's order or anyone who hears about the rewards. Then he adds, if you refine the nectar first, it'll boost your mana way more. Joon-Soo knows that's facts. Refined nectar equals a massive level jump. But right now, he needs it to cure divine fever. As he steps out the car, the director stops him, offers to find the equipment needed to refine it, tells him to think about taking it later. Joon-Soo thanks him, says he'll consider it. Door closes. 2 seconds later, up in his apartment, he's already opening the bottle. Nah, I'm drinking this now. He's not risking anything. After everything that's happened lately, especially the deer incident, trust is shaky. Even Director Choi's trust is not guaranteed. Arcane Soul already showed him how ugly things get. But Joon-Soo's built for this. Drug addiction, mana absorption, potion dependency, traits that juice potion effects to absurd levels. He downs the nectar, instantly hunches over in pain. His body feels like it's being torn apart, every fiber breaking down and rebuilding. He's gripping his head, aura spilling out uncontrollably. This is insane, but an incredible amount of mana is being contained inside me. Then, boom. Aura erupts from the entire building. System window appears. Superhuman level 2, Warrior Kim. He steadies himself, breathing heavy. I leveled up. And by curing divine fever with nectar, he just unlocked one of the best early game traits. Trait obtained, Black Flame. He smirks. Black Flame plus mountain-breaking swordsmanship. Yeah, now I can actually train properly without that debuff screwing me over. Then his phone buzzes, and it's Director Choi. Joon-Soo frowns. What now? He opens the message. It looks normal, saying he needs to tell him something, probably wanting to tell him to subscribe to Extra Crispy Manhwa. He says whatever and heads off to train excitedly. But the messages keep coming. He turns back and opens the chat with frustration. And the messages are rambling about needing assistance, ignoring guild approaches, internal complaints. But something feels off. He rereads it, but then catches it. It's a hidden message. Run away from the Dagger Gang. Joon-Soo freezes. He hid it in the text. Now it clicks. If Director Choi was betraying him, he'd call like usual and stall. The fact he sent this means he got caught first. Information must have leaked while he was preparing the equipment. Joon-Soo's expression hardens. Dagger Gang. Rivals of the Iron Fist Gang. He thinks it through. I already got what I needed. In Arcane Soul, everyone's responsible for their own survival. But in the next scene, we see Director Choi tied up, being tortured. A gang member smirks. He's stubborn. Whole night and still not talking. The director is barely holding it together. He says the rookie signed a contract with me because he trusted me. I'm not saying anything. The thug sighs. I didn't want to do this, but fine. A man walks in with an axe. Right or left? Which hand do you use? No answer. Usually the right. He raises the axe. And just before it comes down, boom! Explosion from behind. The room shakes. What the hell? Men are already down outside, one crawling, screaming for the boss. Another shouts, some lunatic is launching grenades at the building. Cut to rooftop. Joon-Soo is standing there with a rocket launcher on his shoulder. Bro is insane. Subtlety? Never heard of her. Joon-Soo just says, Dagger Gang, you picked the wrong guy. He reloads calmly. I'm not the type to abandon someone who keeps their word. He aims again, eyes cold. In this cruel world of Arcane Soul, finger tight on the trigger. The war starts now, you bastards. And he fires. The rocket round tears through the building like butter. Down below, the gang members are panicking, screaming, Where? Where did he shoot from? Find him now. Joon-Soo's just standing there, thinking. As expected, they're spilling out like cockroaches. Even though the building looks normal, he knows exactly who's inside. This isn't just any apartment. It's the Dagger Gang dungeon he cleared until he got sick of it. 6 connected buildings, traps, every little nook memorized. The Dagger Gang quest is basically tutorial level, and our boy can clear it with his eyes closed. Time to flex. He leaps off the building thinking, here comes the veteran to clear the quest. On the street, some gang members are walking, clueless. One whispers about the Iron Fist gang being the only ones capable of this chaos, the other agreeing they need to crush whoever pulled this stunt. Just then, a noise from the dumpster catches their attention. What the hell is that? One says. I'll check it, the other answers. Joon-Soo grins inside, thinking, couldn't even recognize me even though I'm right in front of him. Feigning death plus stealth is unbeatable for infiltration. While these idiots wander around, he's about to slip into the main building. He opens the dumpster, hops down the ladder, sticking to the shadows, moving like a secret agent. So far, he's dodged combat entirely. Dagger Gang loves putting hostages right next to the boss's room on the 5th floor. Every step is calculated. Back hugging the wall, tiptoeing like a pro, he's almost dancing through the hallway. Then the announcement speaker blares. Emergency, enemy infiltration, arm yourselves, gather at specified points. Joon-Soo's annoyed. Shit, they found out. Standing in front of a door, he weighs his options. Lobby's optimal for stairs upstairs, but now barricaded. Open it, get riddled with bullets. His grin goes devilish anyway. He swings the door open with a minigun. Hello, friends. Enjoy my presence. One gangster sees it and freezes. A fucking Gatling gun? Yeah, that's happening. Bullets tear through. They shout for retaliation, and a grenade comes flying. Joon-Soo shuts the door, smiling as it explodes behind him. Going the hard way isn't his style. He then sends another handful of grenades their way. By the time he opens again, the room's full of bodies. Is that it? Nope. One sits up, fires a bullet past his head. System window pops. Sensitive trait obtained. Joon-Soo grins, got the sensitive trait he needed, and finishes him off. Bro should have stayed down. Time to move upstairs. Stairs are quiet. 4th floor comes up. The real danger starts here. Gambling room, 5th floor, boss's room. He peeks around the corner. Huh? Empty. Gambling room's a ghost town. Something's off. Another system window appears. Focus trait obtained. Joon-Soo hears a noise above. A drone drops down from a vent, sending a flashbang, blinding him. Before he can react, a man leaps at his back with a dagger, laughing, sticking his tongue out. It's the boss of the Dagger Gang, Level 2 superhuman assassin. Joon-Soo's shield activates. It's invisible, and the dagger doesn't pierce. He jumps back. The boss is confused. What? Joon-Soo says, aren't you the one dressed up like a rat? Who's the rat now? Inside, he's thinking, I didn't expect the boss to appear on the 4th floor. That was dangerous. But he read the attack patterns from the flashbang and linked the attack pattern. Boss tried to ambush, but Joon-Soo was ready. 5 senses on. He pulls out a sword. Don't be surprised, you'll regret targeting me. And if you want to see what happens next, like, subscribe, and hit that crispy bell.